Today, we're taking you into the crazy world of Hollywood finances. We've all seen actors rake in millions, but you wouldn't believe how some of them managed to blow it all, from million-dollar mansions to pet tigers. So get ready for a wild ride as we explore the dumbest ways celebrities went completely broke. Nicolas Cage's bankruptcy involved 9 Rolls-Royces and his private island. But one of the most peculiar bankruptcy cases belonged to Kim Basinger. She bought a whole town, Bruston, Georgia, for $20 million. The town had only 2 shops and 500 residents, with one resident joking that the most exciting activity was breeding chicken. Kim's plan was to transform the town into a Hollywood attraction, complete with a film studio, theme park, homes, and shops. However, Bruston's economy was struggling, and real Hollywood was far away. Unsurprisingly, the project failed, and Kim had to sell the town for $4.3 million, suffering a loss of $15.7 million. This led to her family's alienation, as they had also invested in the project. The stress from the failure caused Kim to drop out of a movie role, resulting in a lawsuit against her for $8.9 million, which she couldn't pay, leading to her bankruptcy. Meanwhile, Wesley Snipes faced a similarly harsh bankruptcy that landed him in prison. Despite everything, Kim Basinger retained her freedom. He made more than $50 million from acting in various roles. Despite buying an Aston Martin Vanquish and mansions in Florida and New Jersey, Wesley Snipes didn't file tax returns for 7 years. The IRS told him to pay $23.5 million. He tried to avoid paying by saying he wasn't a U.S. resident, even though he was born there. He knew he had to pay, but tried to dodge it. Things got stranger when he claimed he had no taxable U.S. income and used the wrong tax form. He said taxes withheld were from stolen money and accused the IRS of bad things. But this backfired. Wesley was charged with not filing tax returns and got 3 years in prison in 2018. 5 years after being released, he still hadn't paid anything. He offered the IRS $842,000, but they said no. He tried saying he was broke, but the court didn't buy it, reducing his bill to $9.5 million, which he still hasn't paid. He managed to dodge taxes for 15 years, which some might think makes him smart, but it landed him in trouble. On the other hand, Heidi Montag, known for reality TV shows like The Hills and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, blew through $10 million. She later spent $2 million on her first music album, hoping it would be as big as Britney Spears, but the impact didn't match the cost. Heidi Montag's music album sold nearly 1,000 copies, resulting in a $2 million loss. Despite this, she spent extravagantly, often dining out and ordering expensive wine worth thousands of dollars. She justified her lavish spending by believing in a rumor that the world would end in 2012 due to an asteroid, thinking she needed to spend all her money before then. But her most foolish move was yet to come. When her funds dwindled, she faked a divorce with her husband to generate publicity for a potential TV project in the UK. However, this scheme failed to revive her career. Heidi eventually lost all her money, realizing too late the importance of planning for the future. Nicolas Cage, inspired by his role in National Treasure, amassed a net worth of $150 million. He splurged on multiple properties, including a $25 million waterfront mansion and a $15 million countryside estate. He also bought an $8.5 million apartment in Las Vegas for weekend getaways. For his trips to the Bahamas, he purchased a $3 million private island. Not stopping there, he spent $12.3 million on 2 medieval castles in Europe, where he hosted extravagant parties. By 2007, Cage owned 15 houses and 26 vehicles, including yachts, Rolls-Royces, and a vintage Bugatti worth nearly $3 million. He even owned a dinosaur skull worth $276,000, which he kept as a bizarre decoration next to his bookshelf. Nicolas Cage had a knack for spending big bucks on unusual items. Among his possessions were a $150,000 Superman comic, a pet octopus worth the same amount, an $80,000 two-headed snake, and a pair of albino king cobras that cost him $150,000. As if that wasn't extravagant enough, He even bought an elaborate gravesite for $40,000. Unfortunately, his spending spree coincided with the onset of the global financial crisis and a downturn in his acting career. Around 2009, Cage found himself drowning in debt, owing $6.2 million in unpaid taxes. With 6 loans on his mansion in Bel Air and mortgages on all his other properties, bankruptcy loomed large. To stay afloat, he had to sell off nearly everything, often at a loss. His Rhode Island mansion, which he bought for $15 million, fetched only $9.5 million upon resale. Even his prized possession, a $276,000 dinosaur skull, had to be relinquished to the government after it was revealed to be stolen property. Frustrated and desperate, Cage filed a $20 million lawsuit against his former manager, blaming him for his financial woes. However, the manager countered by pointing out that he had advised Cage against extravagant purchases, like a Gulfstream jet, a fleet of yachts, a collection of Rolls Royces, and millions spent on jewelry and art. Despite Cage's claims, the lawsuit was dismissed. To avoid bankruptcy, Cage had to accept lower-quality acting roles, prioritizing work over artistic merit. He admitted that money played a significant role in his career decisions, especially during tough times. Unlike Cage, Randy Quaid, another actor known for his roles in movies like Independence Day and Brokeback Mountain, faced a different kind of downfall. Quaid's career took a nosedive in 2009, when he and his wife were arrested for attempting to use a fake check to pay a $10,000 hotel bill. Afterward, they refused to show up in court, leading to more legal trouble when they were caught squatting in a house they no longer owned. Things took a bizarre turn when the couple claimed they were being hunted by a group called Star Whackers, who they believed were targeting Hollywood celebrities. Despite his previous success, Quaid's career and personal life spiraled into chaos, illustrating the unpredictability of fame and fortune in Hollywood. Do you know anyone who suddenly passed away under mysterious circumstances in the last 5 years, while also claiming that a group was controlling their money? If things keep going like this, my wife and I might end up homeless and hungry if we don't do something to expose these people. Randy Quaid fled to Canada and began sharing his conspiracy theories on YouTube. But he got caught trying to sneak back into the US and ended up in jail. It's unclear where Randy's $40 million went. Kelly Rutherford, known for her role in Gossip Girl, spent her fortune on lawyers after her divorce from a German man. They argued over custody of their children, who end up living with their father in Europe because he couldn't return to the US. Kelly spent everything trying to regain custody and eventually filed for bankruptcy, with assets worth only $24,000 and debts totaling $2 million. Despite her efforts, she lost the custody battle. Johnny Depp, despite being one of the highest-paid actors in 2012, squandered his fortune on lavish purchases, like 14 properties, including his own island, mansions, and a village in France. His daily expenses were staggering, with $2 million a month going towards a private jet, security, staff, and wine. He even spent $3 million on Hunter S. Thompson's funeral, shooting his ashes out of a cannon. Depp tried to sue his management company, but was countersued, with the company claiming he ignored their advice and is responsible for his own financial mess. What's your view regarding this video? Do comment in the section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon for more such videos.